The old hospital on College Hill.
This is the first time I've ever been here. I've wanted to come here for well over a year now. As soon as I found out about it, it just seems like a place that is right up my alley.
There went. Oh my God, guys.
What?
Hold on.
Ooh, that sounded like words.
There's a whole sentence.
I thought I heard like a whine. It was like,
This is the baby area.
My mind is absolutely blown right now. I can't believe that. The craziest thing I think we've captured in years.
This is Williamson, West Virginia, an area most known for being in the center of one of the most infamous family feuds in American history. The Tug Fork River here is the boundary line between West Virginia and Kentucky, and in the late 1800s it was the boundary line between the Hatfields and the McCoys. The fight would span decades and end up with both the Hatfields and McCoy members in jail or dead, some potentially near where I'll be investigating tonight. This is the old hospital on College Hill. Situated to look down on the town below, this 80,000 square foot hospital once served the entire town and the surrounding area for all of their medical needs. Opening in 1928, Williamson Memorial Hospital was a state-of-the-art facility with 50 beds, an ER, and more. Not only did people die inside of this hospital, people would be incinerated inside this hospital. Down in the basement, not one but two incinerators would be required to destroy the amount of amputated body parts and unclaimed bodies of anyone who passed away within these walls. The basement is one of the hot spots of the building, and the X-ray rooms is where many people have experienced paranormal activity. People have claimed to see a man's face appear out of the wall, which is incredibly interesting as I only found out this information after our investigation. So stick around to find out why that piques my interest. The floor also gets a lot of action from the so-called floating nurse. Sometime in the 1950s, one of the nurses was traveling to work at night when she was in a terrible car accident. She was brought into the very ER that she had worked in and died a short time later from her injuries. It's speculated by many that she never clocked out. Though seen throughout the hospital, she can be most seen in the basement, walking in between the two X-ray rooms. While the hospital was in operation, a story arose that a woman came in to give birth, and as she laid in bed waiting for a doctor, a nurse came in and seemingly ignored her. The woman asked her if everything was okay, and the nurse told her that she was fine to go home. The woman was confused, but she got her things together, and as she was about to leave, another nurse had stopped her to ask her, "What are you doing?" She explained what the other nurse had told her, and that's when she was told, "I'm the only nurse working this floor tonight." Moving on to the third floor of the hospital, in 1962, a man named Mose Blackburn got into an argument with his wife that unfortunately turned violent. When the police arrived, they approached the vehicle that Mose was sitting in when all of a sudden Mose opens fire and shot an officer just below his left eye. A shootout occurred which resulted in a bullet striking Mose in his right arm. He was brought right here to the third floor to receive treatment. What happened next is still highly debated by locals in the area to this day. One story goes that Mose tried to escape, another is that he was chased by a spirit, and some claim that the officers guarding him took revenge for shooting a fellow officer. What we do know is that somehow Mose found himself falling face first out of the third floor window to the ground below. He was brought back inside and treated for the fall, where he was expected to make a full recovery before facing justice. Almost a month later to the day, Mose unexpectedly died. His death certificate, which is displayed in this hallway, states his cause of death was pneumonia. Many believe that Mose never escaped the hospital after all. Residents of the town have reported seeing lights flickering off and on, figures standing in windows when they know the building is empty, EVPs of spirits calling out for help. Medical equipment will make sounds as if they were still plugged in when they've been unplugged long ago, to just name a few. The hospital officially shut down in the year 1988. It was then used as a doctor's office, and the basement was used as a pediatrics office. In 2004, the hotel was officially abandoned. Do the nurses, doctors, and patients of the old hospital on College Hill still reside inside, waiting to help or to be helped? Tonight, I'm joined with legendary paranormal investigators, Paranormal Quest, to try and find out for ourselves, so make sure you subscribe to both this channel and their channel in the link down below. For the first part of this investigation, Paranormal Quest and I set up cameras all throughout the building. This message was coined by them as abandonment. This is where the entire hospital is empty and cameras are left rolling to see what happens without human interference. Tonight, I have 2 static cameras to show you in our time away from the building, and what was captured is nothing short of amazing.
Okay. So we're just doing one REM pod here?
Yeah, in the music box.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I'm trying to conserve stuff for the lower floors.
Okay.
So we don't run into that situation that we always run into, which is set up like 3 or 4 pieces of equipment at all the first cameras and then get to where we are at the final part and be like, wow, I only have one thing.
I have a cat ball left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is third floor?
Yes.
Third floor.
We're going up.
Oh, you know what we should have done?
Yeah, because you wanted it first.
No, wait, we had it down there.
We didn't. What if we did? We didn't do anything down here.
Yeah, we did. There we go. Now we're in business. I'll tell you what, that boy's never prepared.
Where do you put the audio?
You know, that's a good question. Somewhere down here, I think. What? Where we put the audio. Alright, well, we have all the cameras set up, all the audio is recording, all the equipment is set up, and we're getting ready to leave these cameras inside West Virginia's most haunted hospital completely alone to see what they pick up, see what happens when nobody's in the building. We're going to be completely leaving the hospital, and this building will be empty, so anything that happens, anything that occurs, will be free of our own human contamination. So, it's going to be interesting. You guys ready to take off?
I am ready.
Let's go get something to eat.
Let's do it.
We're leaving!
I don't have it tonight. It's too cold.
That sounded very painful at the end.
The ending? Yeah.
That was only moderately too dramatic.
You guys, it's 8 degrees outside.
"44 minutes after we left the building all alone, with nothing inside except cameras, this happens. Over an hour later, we return to find the door in this very position. Immediately, we try to debunk what had just occurred to our best ability.
Now you're getting it. Clear. You leave that game for like 2 hours. Did you all do that?
I didn't know.
No.
I thought we did close one door around.
No, it was not this one.
It wasn't.
Unless
It was the
unless
one
there's a
before.
breeze.
Right.
Check your mic.
Shit, I don't even have mine.
It's okay.
Where's the
Thanks.
camera?
It's over. It's on that. It would have caught it.
No, this door was open.
Dave, I'll go back from down.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Or even if it was open or closed, it's still half open.
Right.
There's no breeze through here.
No.
Holy crap.
No kidding.
And the camera caught it because it's still rolling.
Like,
Oh my God, guys. Hell yeah.
We gotta go back to base camp and look at this. But hold on, let me bring this camera closer to you, Dave.
You just blew on it and it didn't even budge. Like, I saw it wiggle, but it didn't move.
right.
What the hell?
That's crazy.
That is really weird.
The good thing it's still rolling too. Oh my God.
So
Let me try and. Like that's stronger than any breeze. I mean, there could be a vacuum.
Here, give it a tiny tap in case, let's just pretend a mouse ran into it. See if it has enough. No, it's not like super free.
And plus, the mouse
would have-
could have probably fit below it.
You would have to move it a very significant amount to go that close.
Yeah.
And there's a cord in the way anyways.
So this was a lot. This is where we did the.
We're leaving,
right?
yeah. This is where we did the.
That is right.
When we left, I mean, nobody was just casually like,
No chance.
No, because that would be really weird to shut the door behind us.
it would be.
Like,
But I did shut a door somewhere.
that's up on the fourth floor.
Yeah, we
There's a-
shut that door because of there was a
The
window
noise.
cracked.
Right, the roof noise.
Yeah,
Right. Okay.
this one was not.
Ooh,
Let's go back to
Ooh,
base
that's gonna
camp
be
and
awesome.
watch this footage back and see if we can see when it closes.
let's
Yeah.
do it.
That'd be
That's really creepy.
Yeah, it is.
That's sweet.
And there isn't like a breeze in here. Like,
No.
It doesn't feel like it now.
If that just happened on camera, that might be one of the craziest things we've caught on abandonment. That is crazy.
It's a good start to the night.
Yeah.
I don't even have words.
That gets my heart pumping a little bit. I'm like, hell yeah.
Man!
Over half closed. Like, I could
Yeah.
understand maybe if it moved 2 inches or something, but it was like that.
Yeah, it was literally cracked. Just barely.
Yeah, because me and Dawson came around the corner. We were like, what?
No way. That is so cool.
Yeah, because he just grabbed the voice recorder, and I just turned around, and I was like, that door is, like, almost closed.
Yeah.
And I would have remembered, I think.
That's bizarre. Maybe the employees wanted their door closed.
Yeah, because this was an employees only area over here.
Let's run back.
Well, you
over
know
there
what's
and
crazy too? Because I was like, let's move the camera over there where the guy jumped out the window.
Yeah.
And you were like, no, we already did that last time we were here. We set up abandonment there where Moses jumped out the window.
Right.
Let's do this on this hallway.
We almost didn't do it.
We almost moved the camera, and Dave and Jason were like, no, we did that last time. Let's do this hallway.
Well, let's not psych ourselves up too much, but that is really cool.
Yeah, let's try and be calm and reasonable about this until we get back to base camp and watch this footage. So let's go ahead and head back there and watch that right now. All right, so we're officially back here at the base camp, and we want to watch this footage back because we are almost 100% positive that that door was not shut. If that's the truth and the door wasn't shut, then at some point on this footage, the door pushes closed.
I just don't know why we would have shut the door.
I don't either. So here we go. We're started. I'm going to go ahead and fast forward because we went downstairs, remember? And that was me starting, fixing the camera. And we left, and the door... Notice, we left, the door is open.
Not moved at all.
No, we left, and that door is open.
Man.
Here we go.
Oh, shit! We're 25 minutes in, and that door's still open.
So we're long gone.
Yeah. We're 42 minutes in and that door is not moved. There it went.
Oh my God, guys.
What?
Hold on.
I mean, I know that was fast forwarded, but That moves significantly.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go.
Did
Hold
anything
on.
else go off?
I'm not sure. I'm rewinding right now. Because I was... Okay.
Wow. Look.
Here we go. Let's watch it through. Regular speed.
Was that the REM pod going on?
Oh my god!
What?
Wow, man.
What?
The screen's really little, but there's no like mouse or anything. That door just moves on its own.
After 44 minutes of sitting open like that. Like, there's no explanation for that.
That was fast.
Yeah.
It wasn't like a over 20 minutes. It kind of slowly. That was what a 5-second window. It went from over 90 degrees to almost closed.
Yeah.
That
is...
That was a significant amount of movement.
We should put that on my laptop right now and watch it. Do you have it? It's at the house, but yeah, we have to go over and change. Yeah, but let's bring a
Holy
camera with us and watch it.
That is probably one of the craziest, like, so I've had objects move before. I've never caught it on camera, like that clear, that undeniable, where like, you know, especially nobody is in this building, the doors are locked. It just whoop.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah, like I have the keys to the building right here. Nobody else has the keys.
Yeah. That's
Wow.
fucking crazy.
That's wild.
And like you say, it's a very deliberate movement too. It didn't
Yeah,
take forever.
Yeah,
once you
it took
close.
what, a couple seconds, if that, just like whoop.
What?
My mind is absolutely blown right now. I fucking can't believe that. That is the craziest thing I think we've captured in years. God.
That is crazy.
That's right, right there.
That's,
Wow.
holy shit. All right, guys. So right now we're back at the Airbnb, and we're gonna check out the footage. 4K screen, correct?
Yes.
It is ready to go, uploaded, and we're gonna watch it. And this will be the live reaction.
Yeah.
Yep. This will be our first time. We saw it on the small camera screen. This is going to be our first time watching this on the laptop. It's dumped. It's on there. This is going to be interesting. I'm excited to see what this looks like.
Okay. So we're just doing one REM pod.
So you want to go to about 44.
There's no bats flying.
The wind is really strong.
And it's not even moving it a millimeter.
It's not even swaying. It's not even budging. And you can hear the wind outside. And there it is.
But how? How though? But I still don't understand how.
Why did
'Cause
it
the
do it
windows are
that
closed.
time? Why did it do it 40 minutes after with that much wind?
Right. I mean,
That wind in particular there, that was much louder than any of the other wind that we had heard previously. So
but I would like to know though.
to me, listening to that wind, when that happens, there's no doubt in my mind that I think the wind picked up strongly enough to make a vacuum to pull that shut.
Sadly.
It looks like something falls from the ceiling.
Yeah, it looks like dust falling down to me.
Which is the first time I've seen dust fly around, indicating there's some sort of breeze going on in there.
That is disappointing.
Disappointing, but also, it just goes to show you, you can get excited, but that doesn't always mean that it's paranormal. After watching this back and hearing it on these speakers, hearing how strongly the wind was blowing, there's no doubt in my mind that the wind picked up so strongly that it blew that door shut. And like Dawson had said, that you can see 100% that dust falling from the ceiling and suddenly dust flying around inside that hallway indicates that there was a strong breeze
So it is super disappointing, but that's what it is, guys. You know, unfortunately, that's what it is. I'm sorry, guys, but that's how it goes. You have to look into it. You have to critically think and not just immediately jump to the conclusion of the door's shut. Doors don't shut. You know, you have to do the digging. You have to watch. You have to figure it out. It was wind. It was a gust of wind, not a ghost. This time. All right, guys. Right now, we are at the old hospital on College Hill. We are in the basement. We are going to head over to the area where we were talking about the history earlier during the walkthrough. And Dave thought he heard somebody whisper in his ear, potentially something like, "Don't run into me," while he was backing up.
And I remember these rooms right here were very creepy. There's another piece of equipment we had some interesting interaction with in this area that we don't use anymore just because it gets too many false positives, and that's the SLS camera. But I remember when Steve and I were down here running the SLS camera, it was pointed right here at this flat wall. And a figure, a stick figure, something mapped against the flat wall. You know, so it wasn't like a piece of furniture that was being mistaken for a human silhouette, human figure. This was actually just a flat wall, and for some reason it mapped something standing right here, which was very creepy.
Yeah, it was. Did you whisper in my ear, by the way?
No, I didn't. And that's weird because you were backing up to me so close that I thought, okay, I'm going to either have to move back, but I thought about just pranking you and just in your ear. But I was like, no, I'm not going to do that because like we're being serious here.
You didn't say anything.
Swear I didn't, but I actually considered it.
I was backing up and I heard something in my ear and I thought it was you going, "Don't run into me," or something like that.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's actually crazy. So we're going to do a burst EVP session over there. We have some devices spread around. We got a music box, a yes/no IR censored box, millimeter, EMF rope, and a REM pod. And we're going to see if maybe somebody wants to talk to us.
I placed the REM pod right down there for you, right where that happened. So maybe whatever or whomever was down there might like residually stay down there. So it could trigger the REM pod.
Right. Maybe that's the area that, you know, they feel comfortable in or something like that. They kind of hang out over there. Yeah. Let's get it.
And right down there in that area is also where the first time we were here, Steve and I, because Steve was here with us that time, Steve and I had some strange figure show up on the SLS, and we had a couple of strange experiences right down here at the hook in the wall in front of X-ray.
Right, because that's what we were talking about whenever he heard that. He was backing up, giving you room to tell that story.
Right.
When we heard that.
Yeah, it was
not we, he.
Yeah, it was literally in almost the exact same spot.
What we can do is we'll have mine facing one way and yours facing the other way, just in the off chance that, you know, it picks it up in one direction and not the other.
Okay. Do you want to set them on this stool or?
Yeah, we could do that.
Okay. As soon as that's done. You ready? 3, 2, 1.
Okay. If there's anybody here with us, we have a couple red lights down there that you could speak into. When Dave was standing over here, he thought he heard somebody whisper in his ear. Do you think you could do that again into one of those red lights?
Can you please repeat what you said to me earlier?
People have said they've heard a strange voice down here, and Dave believes he heard you. Can you let us hear you right now?
Were you a doctor or a nurse or an x-ray technician?
Were you a patient? Whoa.
Come on down this way. Can you walk right down those strip of purple lights?
Was that your stomach?
Yeah, that was my stomach,
Okay.
sorry.
You want to end this and listen back?
Yes, what I did notice is you have yours in voice activation, and we don't have ours in voice activation, so...
You know what's crazy about that, though, is I turned that around, so...
Right. That is kind of weird. It would not be us triggering that because that music box is pointed in the opposite direction.
Mm-hmm.
I guess we should have told each other exactly what modes.
That's okay. It just means this one's going to take longer for us to listen to ours than yours. So I'll let you go first.
Okay, how do I press play? I've never used this before.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Hello?
Please don't be afraid of us. We're here to meet you. Come on down and meet us.
You want to listen with us? Oh, it literally just died.
Oh, really?
I do have batteries upstairs.
That takes 2 AAA.
Yes.
Jason's got a couple.
Okay, let's turn this off.
You still there?
If there's anybody here with us, we have a couple red lights down there that you can speak into. When Dave was standing over here, he thought he heard somebody whisper in his ear.
Come down and listen with us.
You could do that again into one of those red lights. Can you please repeat what you said to me earlier? People have said they heard a strange voice down here, and Dave believes he heard you. Can you let us hear you right now? Were you a doctor or a nurse or an x-ray technician? Were you a patient? Whoa. Come on down this way. strip of purple light? Yeah, that was my secret. Sorry. Do you want to end this and listen back? Yes. What I did notice is you have yours and voice activation. We don't have ours.
Can't tell if it's me or what, but to the left of the red light on the camera, it seems like the light on that wall by the door jamb is changing.
Oh, really?
It seems like it's changing.
Do you want to try resetting that maybe?
I can, yeah. I will say our music box does not go off like that.
No, there's some investigations where it won't go off the entire time.
Yeah, mine too, but then there's sometimes it just...
Okay, if you really like this thing,
Whoa.
I'm just going to turn it off and back on.
I don't know if I'm crazy or what. I thought I just heard something. Like, right.
Right before that music box went off, I thought I was hearing some, like, beeping.
I did too.
Did you hear the
I
beeping?
thought that's what you were,
If
Yeah.
you want to stand in front of it again, you
It
can.
was similar to the music box, but it wasn't the music box.
Right. It sounded similar to the music box with the beeping,
Oh,
but it
those,
wasn't.
I know what, that was the wind chimes that we heard earlier. I don't know where they are. We never found them outside, but there's definitely windmills somewhere.
Gotcha.
outside.
Yeah, that makes sense. I totally had forgotten that we heard wind chimes earlier.
Yeah, so it doesn't seem like there was anything on mine. It was pretty straightforward all the way through.
If there's anybody here with us, we have a couple of red lights down there that you can speak into. When Dave was standing over here, he thought he heard somebody whisper in his ear. Do you think you could do that again? Into one of those red lights?
I did. That sounded almost like something.
Did anyone move during that? I thought we were all pretty still.
At one point after your question, Dave moved.
I did. I moved backwards.
Yeah.
But that was
that was the very first question. Which
okay.
was
So
yours.
nobody moved then, and then I know at some point there was a car.
Let me rewind that and we'll play it again.
Ooh,
That sounded like words.
there's a whole sentence.
Yeah.
When I
Almost,
Well, because you would think if it was Dave moving, that your voice activation would have picked it up.
maybe. I to be honest, I'm not going to be a very good judge because it's the first time I've used mine. But I will say it sounded almost like yes, I like answering a question and then words. I don't know if you guys heard the same thing.
I heard something very specific, and I want to tell you.
Maybe you should write it down and not tell us.
Okay.
That way we don't, because as soon as you tell us, we're going to agree.
I hear 4 words.
I am going to write down in my phone what I think I heard.
Okay.
I don't want to make this like super difficult. I'm sorry, guys. I want to make sure when we show our phones, we can't just be like, oh yeah, that's what I heard also. And not that you guys would do that, just kind of for the people at home.
Right.
I hear 4 words. To me, it sounds like, I can hear you,
Okay.
is what I heard.
Okay.
Yeah, honestly, I couldn't tell you.
Inaudible.
I would have to listen to it through headphones on the computer.
Okay. I guess.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I agree. There is a voice, but again, it's inaudible. For me.
It's so there's kind of 3. I didn't write down the third one, but it doesn't really matter. I wrote, I need your help or I needed help. To me, that's what definitely the first two words to me sounded like I need or I needed.
It's interesting. This might be a good study in apophenia because I heard nothing. It did not sound anything like that to me. I heard, listen to me.
Really? Yeah, we all just heard completely different things. Yeah, because I was sure, I was like, everybody has to hear I needed, you know?
Yeah, and you never know, you might get back and review this footage and find out someone did move in that moment.
Yeah,
and
that's
then
also
this would
true.
be a good study in how, on EVP sessions, when you have untagged movement, that it can sound like a voice and our brain can make us hear words within just random noises. But if it's not, and nobody was moving, then that's strange, right?
Yeah, that's still strange, some sort of noise happening.
But I'm going to play it one more time with that in mind.
It sounds male.
I heard it clear as day. That was like the clearest time I heard it. And it's because I, have been saying it over and over, but that was the clearest one yet. I needed your help.
Is this a big apophenia thing? Because I can hear them all now.
Yeah. This is the Yan. Is the apophenia? Is that the like Yanny Laurel type of thing? So reviewing the footage, we'll be able to see if somebody moved. Hopefully, we'll be able to see everybody's mouths to see if exhaled. Well, yours was facing towards you.
Right.
You were the only one on that side, and I believe at least one camera was pointed towards you, so we'll be able to.
And I know I didn't move one time.
But I think we could all at least agree that in this moment, it does sound like something different, though. Like something out of the ordinary.
I don't know. Like I said, when that's reviewed and you're putting this together, Dawson, you'll have to see if one of us moved, but I don't remember any of us moving.
During review of our EVP session, I couldn't stop hearing the sentence, I need your help. It gives me chills as it's so clear to me that someone is asking for our help. After going over all of the angles of this session, I found no evidence of anyone talking during that moment, and my recorder placed side by side also didn't pick up this ghostly sentence. But I noticed I moved the camera to my other hand at this exact moment. Playing the internal audio, you can clearly hear this. Unfortunately, the EVP that we all heard was just an untagged movement created by myself that was coincidentally human sounding. This is the clearest EVP I've ever heard in my life, and it's not even real.
And I just want to just note this for the record. The last couple minutes, I have been zoning out a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't know about y'all, but something's changing in here.
Earlier...
And I don't know if I care for it that much.
I was getting that hallway at Crescent vibes earlier.
And I'm still, it's not gone. And that's why I'm kind of like zoning out. I don't like that back there. Yeah, I don't know, but there is something there, I think. But something's changing.
I'm so on edge.
I'm coming back.
Okay. Yeah, dude, that was...
That dragging noise lasted probably at least a couple moments. I mean, that was wild. I just felt something.
What you got? Did you feel that?
Yeah.
Holy crap. There was
something flew through us.
Dude, there was like a...
Oh, there was a flash of light down there.
There was?
Oh, man.
What happened?
I felt that.
Yeah.
Ooh, that was
Something-
freaky, 'cause we all three reacted to it at the same time.
But I still got pins and needles.
What did you feel?
Well, it was like... I was over here, but it just felt like I went to turn around and it was just like this whoosh.
This whole area, as you came down this way, somebody just went right down this way. It was crazy.
It was one pinpoint of sensation, felt like static electricity.
Yeah.
Right here on my eyelid, which is so random.
Yeah.
But that's what I felt when you done this, and it was like static electricity right on my eye. That's what I felt.
And just before that, we heard a very loud dragging sound down that way.
Wow.
Dude, that
It was like,
I heard you say you heard the dragging
it was
sound.
loud.
well, I thought it was you.
No, I didn't move.
That was hands down the weirdest. Like
Yeah. That was pretty.
that was like a wave of energy that hit me, and then both of you guys. That is freaky.
Are you willing to keep going, or is this you telling us that you want to get somewhere else?
Oh no. No, I mean I'm all but I it just feels like
Okay.
it could be totally nothing. But in case it is something happens, you're
Just want to document.
Exactly.
Okay.
And isn't it bizarre that the last time that we were here, we captured that SLS figure right behind you?
Mm-hmm.
We
And he just. Sorry.
No, that's fine. We captured that SLS figure right behind you. Earlier today, I heard the voice here. We got the recording of possibly something right here. And then Jason picking up on that vibe change right here.
I could have swore, and it wasn't full on like a person, but there was a shadow type of movement behind Dawson, and it went into that room. And I was looking straight at you, and I seen something about that tall. It looked like it just shot into that room. And ever since then, I've been a little uncomfortable.
How tall? Like 3 foot?
I would say it came up.
It's funny, those little 3 foot fuckers
Wait.
keep popping up in my life.
It came up, I would say, no higher than the light. And it just kind of moved in here. I don't know. And ever since then.
You did whisper? Am
Yeah,
right?
I said you're. I said you're good. 'Cause-
Okay.
Yeah.
Whispering
I was about to say,
scares
I
the
just heard a
shit
whisper.
out of me.
That was me whispering. But before, when Jason walked over there, I thought I heard like a whine. It was like,
It's funny, those little 3 foot fuckers.
wait,
It's funny, those little 3 foot fuckers.
wait,
It's funny, those little 3 foot fuckers.
wait. From in here.
This is the baby area.
Oh, yeah,
this
it
is the.
The NICU is down here.
And like this is children's down here too. Yeah. Which makes sense. You saw a 3 foot shadow because it's children.
Oh my God, okay.
Hold this for 1 sec. I'm curious, Jason, because now that I'm thinking about it, I'm wondering if that noise that you heard
What noise?
with the static
Correct.
feedback, do you guys remember hearing that?
I don't just remember it off the top of my head.
Did you hear it when you were playing back the recorder?
I'm not quite sure, and I'd have to hear the static myself to know what he's talking about.
I'm just wondering, like, if you're
Feedback?
getting feedback.
No. I mean, he was standing still. I was standing still.
Yeah, because I heard it.
Right, correct. And it came in and it went.
Yeah.
But it lasted, I'm going to say 6 to 7, 8 seconds tops. And the thing that I noticed is as I was hearing it, not knowing if it was from this or the recorder being replayed, I interpreted it as, because then when I seen, it was during the time that the static was going, that I seen what I thought was something move in there.
Oh, okay.
So I put 2 and 2 together and thought, okay, maybe, see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Wow.
Well, let's holler out. And we've been talking about maybe one of you guys down here. We all think we've seen, heard, feel different things. If there's anybody down here with us, we do just want to talk. Feel free to come up to any of the devices we have, make a loud bang, touch us, whatever.
I'm going to bring you a present.
That's a good idea.
There's a toy for you.
Are you willing to talk to us?
You want to play hide and seek? This is a child. Let's play hide and seek. You touch the red light, and that's how we'll know that we're supposed to start counting for you to hide if you want to play. Touch that red light, and I'll start counting to 10.
So you said you have a recurrence of smaller shadows?
It's just like, for some reason, I go to places that claim to have these like 3-foot shadows. And there's one time we were investigating, and one of my friends watched one like sprint by, and he said it was ridiculously fast. And it's just, for some reason, I tend to go to these locations where there's little tiny shadows, because, you know, a lot of times people are like 7-8 foot shadows, and for some reason where I go, they're little ones.
Interesting.
And I kind of forgot that this is children until he said that, and then he said the wine, and I was like, oh, okay, yeah, we're in the children area.
Yeah, that's weird.
You better not be drinking wine. You're underage. Or you meant the wine I heard. Okay. That was a joke, sorry.
I thought it was funny, man.
Thanks, Jason.
We're not here to hurt you. We're not here to pick on you or anything like that. None of these devices will hurt you. We just want to talk, get to know who you are. My name's Dawson.
I'm Dave.
I'm Ryan.
I'm Jason.
Dawson put a toy for you over there on the rocking horse. Do you want to go check it out?
This time, for some reason, it triggered it. So
Whoa.
I guess we'll stay away.
Did you hear that?
What was that?
A knock.
From inside that x-ray room back here.
Oh, I did hear that. I thought maybe
Sounded
that
like
was
it, yeah.
a stomach again.
Do you want us to come find you? Go ahead and push that door shut for us. Just give it a good shove. Shut it for us. We won't be mad. We thought we had a door open upstairs, but it turns out that was just the wind. Well, there's no wind down here. So if you want to show us that you can shut a door, give that one a good strong push.
Are you in this room here?
How about this? Can you whistle back?
I had a whistle following me for a while. Just kept showing up. Sounds a bit silly, but if maybe you came here with me, could you do the whistle back so that we know?
I don't know why, though. It feels just like there's an extremely light amount of air moving in here.
Yeah, that window
Oh, is it
is
open?
like completely broken.
Well.
Probably a few.
There's plywood in it, but I think there might be a gap because I could feel strong. Like standing in there was very chilly.
Yeah, that's why I stepped out here. It feels like 10 degrees warmer right here.
You know, it's interesting, since near the beginning of this session, this entire basement session, music box hasn't went off again.
Yeah, since Dave reset it.
But I mean, it could just. It could be because of that, or it just could be that they moved on or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because it was set up there for, 5-10 minutes before it went off.
Well, you reset it after the EVP thing, the burst session, and we heard the voice. And after that, we haven't really. And all of that time was when you thought you saw something, you thought you heard the whine, and it was after you reset it that everything died out.
I wonder, because I very much did. I didn't say anything, but it was as we were recording. I felt, cause we went to Crescent a number of years ago, and we had this very weird moment. But the energy felt similar to that as all of that was happening, but I don't feel it now.
Right, I was just gonna say it feels very light in here in this hallway now. It feels very friendly.
Yeah, because there for a moment I didn't care for it.
Okay, guys, so what we're about to do is we're gonna split up. So I'm gonna go up to the 3rd floor to Moe's, where I felt that thing on my ear, whether it was a bug or not. They are gonna go down to the cooler, and try to see if anything will happen there.
Yeah, Jason's laying in the body cooler, so if you want to see that, be interesting.
Heck yeah. And then Ryan is going to go up to the 4th floor to the surgery area. Make sure you go over to Paranormal Quest channel to check out their split investigations, because it will not be on my channel.
Let's get it on, get it on.
Okay, guys, here we are, all by ourselves, inside the 3rd floor, where the guy allegedly jumped out of the window to end it. Earlier during the daytime, when we were kind of just doing a walkthrough, I thought I felt something like hit my ear. It was kind of like a fly feeling, like dunk, ran into my ear, but we didn't see any bugs. Very well could have been one, but it was just something strange. We have a few devices spread around. Over on the chair, we have a music box set up. This is a new device that I have. It's basically just a yes-no device. It has a similar function of the Flux device. And out in the hallway, we have the REM pod. And because I'm with the awesome Paranormal Quest, they let me borrow their Ovulus. So I'm just going to let it run, ask some questions, do the basic investigation that I plan on doing, see if maybe anything relevant wants to come out of there. I'm not going to hold it, walk around. I just want to leave it there and see if potentially somebody can or wants to mess with it. They can do that from the chair. So if there is anybody here with me, maybe Mose himself, could you please touch one of my devices that I have spread around? My name is Dawson. I don't mean to come here with any harm. I don't want to disrespect you. Nothing like that. The obvious there, apparently you can put your energy into it and it can turn it into a word or something. This is just a simple yes, no. All you gotta do, yep, just like that. Music box, I'm sure you've seen it before. Just like that. And the little red light out there, all you gotta do is touch it. You think you could do that for me, Mose? How do you feel about people coming here, trying to talk to you? The problem is I'm hearing noises, but Ryan's above me. He's up and then that way, so he shouldn't really... That's not me. See how close I gotta get? Look. That's how close I gotta get. Could you do that again? Holy. Thank you. Wow, that was awesome. Are you Mose? If so, could you walk back in front of that, please? Are you maybe a somebody who used to work here? Are you a patient? Wow, so you... If you are a patient, could you please stand back in front of that for a second just to confirm? Let's give it a second. Could you stand in front of it for 3 seconds and I'll count you down as soon as you start? 1, 2. See, I'm going to need you to do it until I go to 3. 1. I'm going to reset it, okay? At first that seemed very intelligent. Now I am starting to doubt it a little bit now, because I'm going to need to look into my music box and see if there's anything wrong, because the last few investigations, it's been doing this, and I don't really like that, because it used to never do this. Maybe some of the wiring's getting old and frayed or something, I don't know. Let me reset it. Okay. Alright. I apologize if that was you and I was doubting you. I just want to be sure. If there is somebody still up here with me and you were standing in front of that, could you please do it again? Three, 2, 1. Notice how the ovulus hasn't went off at all, though? The only words that came through were the calibration. Nothing yet. Which is weird, because I thought that I've only used it one other time, but I thought it kind of went off all the time, you know? Just weird. But it is so cold, guys. We have been braving the cold for you guys the entire night. I mean, when I say cold, it is something around 8 degrees Fahrenheit, which is something like negative 15 or something like that, Celsius. I'm not sure, actually. It's cold. It's almost unbearable. If there's anybody up here with me, whether it be Mose, a doctor, a nurse, a patient, could you please show me a clear and obvious sign? Would you mind talking to me about what made you do what you did? I'm sorry to pry. I'm sorry to get up in your personal business. I'd like to potentially talk to you about it, maybe make you feel better. If that's possible, I know that I'm just a complete stranger, but I'm here for you. I really am. That's the whole reason I'm here, is for you guys to talk, get to know you. I believe. I want to hear your story. I'm not gonna doubt you and make you feel down. You're not gonna get me provoking you. Nothing like that. I'm here for you. Still nothing on that ovulus. How old are you? I'm 25. Holy shit. Oh my god. Okay, that just scared the shit out of me. One, because I thought I like heard something, but it was like so slight. I was like, no, probably nothing. And then that went off. Could you do it again? Thank you so much. I know I just said I'm not going to doubt you. This isn't about you. This is about me. Could you please walk over? Thank you very much. Could you please walk over and get really close to this and put your hand in front of it? You got to get really close. The yes or no doesn't matter in this moment. Just make one of them go off. And the reason I'm asking is because that device has been acting weird for me, and I'm not 100% sure I can trust it. So please, if you're here with me, either say something into the ovilus, or please touch one of those. And then in 3, 2, 1, it's going to go off. Next time it goes off, it's probably going to be like do-do-do-do-do-do-ding, and then stop for like half a second and restart. And that's how I kind of know that it's probably just being screwy. Watch it just not go off at all anymore. Are you here? Are you actually making that go off? Am I just kind of being a dick a little bit? Please, I'll admit it. If you could make that go off, speak into the ovilus, touch the REM pod, any other thing I have here, real quick, then I'll be more willing to believe that music box. Okay, what I think I want to do is I want to turn on my voice recorder. And I want to kind of do a EVP session. And I want to put it next to the music box. Because this time it just went off a couple of times and it stopped. And I want to set it up and see if potentially maybe they'll talk to me. Maybe I can set up and be like, hey, were you just doing that? You know, blah, blah, blah. So we're going to set up the voice recorder right there next to it. Is there anybody on the 3rd floor with me right now? My name is Dawson. Could you tell me your name? Were you standing in front of that music box at some point since I've been up here on the 3rd floor? That was 3 questions. Let's go get the...
Is there anybody on the 3rd floor with me right now? My name is Dawson. Could you tell me your name? Were you standing in front of that music box at some point since I've been up here on the 3rd floor?
Okay, so I'll have to review the footage to double check. I do remember saying like, okay, let's go check or whatever. But before that, it did sound like something. That was interesting. We'll have to see. I probably scooted my foot or something and then did that, and I'm just misremembering since I've been up here on the 3rd floor. This is about to be your last chance to communicate with me tonight. Maybe you'll like that. Maybe you won't like that. But I'm going to be leaving soon. And I would really appreciate if the remaining time I have left, I could spend it with you. Are you okay with that? The obelisk, still nothing, and I'm getting nothing. So I don't know. Maybe the obelisk isn't as shit as I thought it was. Because it hasn't said a single word after the calibration. Let's pick it up and see if maybe moving around will do it.
Space. Us.
Space and us. Do you want me to give you space? You want me to get out of here? Is that what you're trying to say? Could you give me a yeah? Or a yes? Two words. And only after I picked it up. Let's set it down and then pick it up again and see what happens. Nothing. Alright guys, well that was the infamous old hospital on College Hill. Special thank you to Paranormal Quest for having me, for investigating. Great guys, legendary. There is a few things that absolutely are not in this video, that the only way you can see them is to go over to their channel and watch all of it. All of it. The entire thing.
The whole thing.
All the way to the end. There's things that you haven't seen watching this video. So make sure, if you haven't yet, subscribe to me, leave a like, leave a comment, and subscribe to them. Watch their video. I really appreciate you guys. And I'll catch you on the next one.
And make sure you hit that like button, because this video better get at least 1,000 likes.
Oh yeah.
Let's get this video to 1,000 likes. And Dawson will do something crazy in his next video. That's a promise from me to Dawson.
I didn't agree to this, but yeah, if you guys get 1,000 likes on this video, absolutely, I will fucking blow your mind with something crazy on the next one.
That's right. Catch you later.
Bye.